Hello, everybody. This is Nathaniel coming back to you in my apartment here in DC. Um, just want to check in again. Um, this is my second video that I've made. The first one I made right around like August of this year, right after my birthday. The week of my birthday, I just wanted to reach out and thank everybody for the warm wishes of my birthday. Um, and it ended up being some encouraging words that I shared just from my heart to you guys out there in Facebook land and Instagram land. But got so many responses. Friends, loved ones, everybody just kind of hit me back. It's like, that's something different that we haven't heard. That's something that is needed right now. And anyone that knows me know that I'm a very private person. But for me to be able to share from the heart things that I've been through that helped me get to where I am today. I am not a doctor. I am not a preacher. I am not a life coach. I am a survivor, someone who's been through a lot of stuff, as many of us have. And I'm survived to be able to tell my story and to share that with someone and hopefully help someone that is going through right now. And there's the last couple months especially, I've had the pleasure of meeting, talking to, sharing with, getting to know a lot of amazing individuals. And when I say amazing, I'm just speaking of people that just kind of brightened my day and made me think and made me question and made me wonder and made me just reach out to them and hug them and let them know that they too are survivors, are still here because of, in spite of the situations and circumstances that they have been through, going through, and will continue going through in the future as they journey down the road of recovery and healing. I am an outcome of a praying mother, a praying grandfather, a praying great grandmother, and great grandfather, people who laid the foundation for me. But as we know, as black men, as men of color, of men who are gay, this life is not really easy. This is something that I did not choose. This is something that, as far as I knew, this is who I was. This is who I am. It has been a hard journey. It has been a scary journey, but at the same time, it's been the most rewarding to me. As a black man here in our nation capital, we are in a time now where people are trying to identify who they are. People want to belong to something, a said party, a said group, a said church. I would tell anybody, be yourself, be amazing, be fearless. Don't dumb yourself down, shine your light even brighter or dimmer to fit in and to be someone or be accepted by. My story is a story of someone who was broken, someone who went through a lot, someone who was abused as a child, molested, who was raped, someone who was lied to, someone had been in bad relationships, someone that had a substance abuse problem, to opioids. Um, but I'm still here, in spite of. I'm still here because there was something stronger in me that I didn't know that I had that pushed me to get help, that pushed me to survive in spite of, that pushed me to know that there's more to my life and my worth in this world than the circumstances and the situations that I've been through. Someone that asked the question and always asked the question to the God, why? Why me? Why am I hurting? Why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? The last couple months, I've been able to connect with people and help them discover that why. For me, it was just wrong place, wrong time. It was me was someone who didn't have a lot of self-esteem. A lot of people look at me and say, "Oh my God, Nathaniel, you're one of the most courageous people I know." Um, Now I am, but then I wasn't. Then I was a product of a single parent home raised by my mom, cared for by my grandfather as my mom worked two and three jobs to provide for me and my siblings. Um, I was always that yes person. Do whatever you need to do to make the situation right or to please everyone else. Don't tell anyone. You have to be a man. You have to soak it up. You have to take it. You have to go on. That's what I was taught. Was it right or wrong? Um, for me, it made me feel like I couldn't share how I really feel. I couldn't tell anybody my truth or what was happening to me or how I felt or how it was growing up in a small town in Alabama, all about 12,000 people, where everybody knew your name. I couldn't be who I was. But as I got older, as I got a little bit more sassy, I guess, as I got a little bit more bold and brave, I stopped worried about what people thought. To me, people opinions, people criticism is just that, other people. It didn't define me or who I was and where I am today. Um, I've lived a life of someone who asks why. If I didn't like something, if I don't like something, I ask questions. I look for the answer. I align myself with people that's going to help challenge me and help make me a better person than what you see today. Um, but at the same time, I suffered in silence through all of that. But through years of counseling, and I'm not talking 2 years, 3 years, I'm talking about over 20 years of counseling. I had the church there. I was a spiritual child. I grew up in the church. I knew the role of the church and what the preacher role was and what I should do to be close and connected. I went, like I said, I was one of those people that went along to get along. I didn't really push a lot of stuff, but in silence I suffered. But as I got older and as I started asking why and crying out to God, and praying and laying on the floor, crying out to Him for understanding, for guidance, for help, for clarity through all of this, um, I found the answer. It wasn't a lot of time me finding the answer, it was Him putting the right people in my life, in my path, to guide me, to share with me, to minister to me, to love me, to give me a place to be weak and vulnerable. These are things today that I see is missing a lot for black men, and all men of color. There's not a lot of place for us to go and be weak and be vulnerable and deal with these things that I've just talked about. Um, in that, I have found what I need to do in this world. I've found through all of the things that I've been through, um, I can be a champion for, a cheerleader for, an advocate for men that are going through a lot. During a time where Me Too movement is so powerful and really changing lives for women, I feel that men of color need a movement as well. Need people standing in the gap for, laboring for, fighting for, championing for their rights, the things that they're going through. Today, as you see us being victimized a lot, whether in the court system, whether by police brutality, being killed, being raped, being taken away from our families, being called every name but the child of God. You don't see someone standing up for men of color. And I consider everybody under that umbrella. As you research the history of the world and of us, you understand that the men of color, the kings, as I call them, as I call myself, as I call all of us, whether we realize it or not, we're all kings made by the Most High. So, and God don't make no junk. God doesn't make a mistake. So circumstances, situations, fears, doubt, not knowing yourself, Those are all tricks of the devil to get you, keep you from the kingdom that you should have and is rightfully deserved here on earth. Um, as I look around and talk to other people and they share their stories with me, I I am moved, I am hurt, I am astonished, surprised at all the things that we endure as men and never talk about it. We become broken through all of the brokenness that we have experienced in our life. And we question ourselves, we question life, we question even God Himself, um, on why am I here? What is my purpose? Am I supposed to endure all of this hurt, all of this pain, and never really get to where you think I should be or where I should be as a person or as a spirit, as a human being? Um, those are all feelings and doubts and questions that I had. But through a lot of therapy, through a lot of meditating and building a closer relationship with God, um, I learned my purpose. I learned those answers. I learned to deal with all of those tough moments, hard lessons, pain, shame, um, to get to where I am today. Um, I had to learn that no one could love me better than me. No one can treat me and provide for me better than me. My mom herself did an amazing job of raising me. That was a gift. What I did after that was love to me. And I choose not to live in bondage and choose not to live in shame, choose not to be in a relationship because it made me feel fulfilled as a man. No relationship, no bank account, no car, no status in this world can make you feel more whole than you finding that and realizing that and building a relationship with the Most High God and really tapping into your full potential, our full potential of being here on this earth. More than just taking up space, more than just sucking up air, more than just another individual walking the street. Um, as I told you, I kind of found out what my purpose is being here helping guys find their way, find their kingdoms, find out who they are, who they meant to be on this earth. We truly don't have the answer. For me, it took 42 years and 9 months for me to realize that. But I will say, working in corporate America, working in nonprofit, um, working in different entities that I've worked in throughout my career, and also living life, I've learned that. It took some time. But I will tell you, of all my successes, things that I've experienced, and awards I have received, the most gratifying, the hardest lessons that I learned were the lessons that I suffered, that I endured. And as I said, in spite of, because of, through all of it, I'm still here. It hurt me, moved me, changed me, but it didn't define who I am as a person, as a man. There's a lot of stuff that I'm working on right now. When I say there's a lot of stuff, as I told you, I got to make this into something amazing. When I say something amazing, this is something from the heart for me. If I save one, two, three individual, it's not about me saving them. It's about me guiding them, loving on them, inspiring them to reach, question, look for answers to help them be a better individual, a better person, having the answers, having the clarity that I have now. If I can guide one, two people to that, I'm happy. For me, if I can encourage anybody, find your purpose. Find what brought you here is more than you just being here. Um, if that makes any sense to anyone, I'm amazed. But I will tell you, if I could help anyone as a resource, financially, I don't have a lot, but what I do have is love. And that's something that was given to me from my mom, from my grandfather. Through that love comes understanding. From understanding come unconditional, knowing that you have someone there fighting for you, pushing for you, encouraging you, telling you it's okay. It's okay. It may not feel okay right now. It may feel like hell. It may feel like you are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulder. But I know somebody that paved the way for not only you and me, but took the sins of the world, died and rose for us to have a better life. And that person is Jesus. And the same blood that saved me, kept me, um, and keeping me, and that same name can keep, protect, restore, shelter, inspire, teach you as well. You're not a victim of what you've gone through. It is something that has happened to you to shake things up, change some things, inspire some things, and you teach you some things so you can help others like I hope to do. Um, Thank you for taking the time to watch. Thank you for taking the time to listen. And if you picked one thing out of what I've said in the 16 some minutes that I've been talking, that's great. But I will tell you one thing. God is good. God is love. I love you. I hope to be able to be an inspiration to some people. If I can help you, guide you where you need to go, check out some clinics with you, get you connected with some mental health therapists and doctor, so you can realize what's going on with you. Spiritually, if I can guide you to the right church, encourage you, pray with you, I would be happy to do so, because you are more than your situation. You are more than what you're going through. And what you are going through, you are not the only person, nor will you be the only person going through it. But I do believe that there's strength in numbers. I do see that there's a huge need for individuals talking about our mental health. I do believe that there needs to be a champion, someone fighting for men of color. I believe that more of us need to be standing in the gap and holding on to each other and loving each other and high-fiving each other and crying for each other, crying with each other through all of the things that we have had to endure, through all this time, through all this time. In our darkest moments, God is there. In your strongest moment, He is there. When I was at my bottom of my bottom and I cried out to Him for help, He heard me. He was there. He never left me. The person I am today, where I am today, what I'm doing today, He's right here with me and have carried me. And I'm only a vessel trying to, like you, to find His way back home. So take care of yourselves. Be blessed. Know I love you. Know that you are made with some of the amazing clay from the Most High, as I am. God is love. Love you. Be blessed.